Yeah, that wasn't working. Now it's working. Look at us. Troubleshooting way faster than normal. Applause. Applause for me. Look at me. I'm almost a real streamer. So yeah, I want to look at some of the photos and videos that I shot while I was in Peru. And while I was trying to see if that works, I found out that my live scene that I use for this, so like this is my live scene, welcome, welcome. And I put it on the photo and the screen's black. Look at this, troubleshoot number 2, fixed. Wow, wait, am I a streamer? What the fudge? This is... What? Since when does things work for me? Okay, well, I went to Peru. Yeah, last month, and I came back and somehow got really quite sick. Not sure if I caught anything in Peru and took that home with me, like a bacteria or a virus. We have no clue. It's just that, yeah, I wasn't doing really well in the past week, so I'm sort of kind of maybe human again at this point. So, today I wanted to talk about my Peru trip and share some of the, like I said, photos, videos, that kind of stuff that I took while I was there. Let me just click on this and go all the way back to the beginning, because you weren't supposed to see that yet. People. Okay, there we are. I can breathe. I can do this. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream than I normally do. Normally I stream for at least 2 hours. But the boyfriend has to work tomorrow. Normally he doesn't have to work on Friday. But tomorrow he does. Which means that his alarm goes off at 6 a.m. in the morning. And he wants to be in bed by 10. That means I have to stop streaming at 9:30 my time. I always start at 8. So we have about an hour and a half to quickly go through everything. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Here you can see the window picture I took when I sat on the airplane. I did not sleep the night before I left to Peru. I do not recommend this. I do not recommend fully not sleeping before flying for a total of 17 hours that day. Do not recommend. So I didn't sleep. I had to drive myself to the airport, which was fun. No, it wasn't, but you know, you make do. You have to. It's not like anyone else was able to bring me. Plus, I had already paid for my car being at the airport. So, went there, and I sat there in premium comfort with KLM. Never flown KLM before. Never flown premium comfort before. Amazing. Like, honestly, absolute amazeballs. But even though my seat was able to recline way more and had a little nice blankie and like a small pillow and even like I can't sleep on planes. No matter how hard I try, I just cannot sleep on planes. I can't sleep sitting upright. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, shit happens. So I didn't sleep the night before. I didn't sleep on the plane. And I landed in Peru, in Cusco, after a layover in Lima, which was a whole thing in itself. But landed in Cusco at 11 p.m. at night, even though I left at 6 a.m. in the morning, Dutch time. And it's like 6 hours time difference between the Netherlands and Peru. So, honestly, that was a thing. So I arrived at my first hotel in Peru. It was just a hotel for like one night. Saw that bed, and I was like, you know what? I took my Diamox my altitude pills, I'm gonna sleep. So that's what I did. So, this is the flight. Me, premium comfort, salted nuts from KLM, wonderful, in a glass. Destination was Lima. This flight was going to be 12, almost 13 hours long. Beautiful clouds, beautiful Amazon, absolutely fucking amazeballs. Again, beautiful Amazon. Holy shit, what an experience. Never seen the Amazon rainforest before, but like, what was this? Oh my god, thank you so much for the super chat, Mr. Jono. It's very kind of you. So, like, I saw the Amazon rainforest had delicious food on the plane. Honestly, I normally don't like plane food. This was delicious. That salad was absolutely made in heaven. Thank you, KLM. Not sponsored, unfortunately. I wish they would sponsor me. Then at least I would fly to way more places in the world, but that's fine. So, yeah, Amazon rainforest. And then we were close to Lima. This is the Peruvian coast. So this is the Peruvian rainforest. This is the Peruvian coast. What a massive difference. So, amazing. Landed in Lima. And then a couple hours later, landed in Cusco. And then the next morning I woke up. Oh my god, thank you, Jim Ross, for the super chat as well. Thank you. Guys, 2 super chats, so fast. No, I do not have a doppelganger. Sorry. That's just me. There's only one weirdo like me on this entire planet, and be thankful for that, because I'm weird enough as it is. You really don't want another of me. Trust me. So the next day I went to the other hotel in the morning, and this hotel was just incredible. It was like right next to Sacsayhuaman, the ruins of Sacsayhuaman. Gorgeous. This is Cusco. This is the view from like where I was staying at my hotel. I mean, my sister and I do quite look alike, but my nose is completely different. My eyebrows are different. My entire face is way more crooked and different. But yeah, we have the same sort of eyes. And indeed, I was followed by Kathy Griffith on Threads. I called myself a certain word that I don't use on YouTube, but at least that got her attention, and she was like, you got me right there. And she started following me, so she's awesome. But yeah, Cusco. This is Cusco. Imagine you are 3,400 meters high up in the air. So that's like 11,000 feet. 11,000 feet for a girl who normally lives below sea level. That's a thing. Yeah, you could feel that the air was different. Definitely experienced that. Did not experience any negative side effects, thankfully. But like I said, I did take altitude pills right before, like 2 hours before I landed. I started taking them. And I took them for, I think, the first 3-4 days. After that, we went to a little bit lower altitudes and only on the last few days back in the high Cusco altitudes. But yeah, amazing. Had no issues. A lot of people saw my my videos, like my shorts that I uploaded to YouTube, and they were like, oh, you sound so out of breath. I am climbing stairs and stuff. Like, I'm actually walking around climbing stairs. It's physically already grueling for a body like mine, in combination with altitude, while also filming and trying to document everything because I'm so excited and I just wanted to film already and not wait to catch my breath. I'm even catching my breath right here. So, like, that wasn't the altitude, honey. No, that's just my body being like a 90-year-old, even though I'm only 34. Can't help it. Like, I can't help it. This is just, I have a stupid body. My apologies. But, like, my body be weak as fuck. Sorry. So, this was the hotel room at the second hotel. It was glorious. Holy shit. Like, this was absolute beautiful. Wow. Here you can see Viva el Peru. This was scenery from the cafe that Chris and I started to grab lunch at. And this was on Monday because Pink gifted me the tour, and we invited Chris along to join us because, you know, three's a crowd, three musketeers. Let's just enjoy ourselves. Good friends. And yeah. But they were supposed to meet up in Bogota because they had sort of the same layover and they had to take the same plane to get to Peru. But Pink's flight got delayed to get to Bogota, and so she missed that layover. And that sucked. So she came a day later. The whole flight for her to get to Peru and to get back home was a whole shit show, and I feel so bad for her. But thankfully, she got to Peru, and afterwards, thankfully, she eventually got home back to her kitties and her husband. But so Chris and I, the first day, we were like walking around a little bit, had dinner together. Was fun. And then the next morning, he and I went to Sacsayhuaman. But like here, club sandwich. Delicious food. The food in Peru is so freaking good, man. Holy shit. No, honestly. No joke. Beautiful cathedral in Cusco, like near the main square. Just lovely. Look at these pictures that I took. Beautiful clouds. Like, you're so high up in the air. It's 11,000 feet up in the air. Wait, what? So yeah, this is really cool. So we walked around this square. Chris's carry-on got stolen on the plane, so we had to like make sure that he had enough t-shirts and things like that to get through the trip. Like I said, it was a whole shit show to get there and a whole shit show to get back home. Lots of things happened. You can call it a Peruvian curse all you want, but the weather, even though it was rainy season, the weather for the entire trip was absolute perfection. I had waterproof ski pants because it could be cold. I had waterproof normal pants because, you know, it could rain 24/7 while you're there. So many things, like thick coats, thick sweaters, and it turned out to be warm every day and almost sunny every day. Barely any rain in the middle of rain season. Wait, what? So that's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy. Beautiful main square here. We had to take a picture of this one because the guy had some really punny shirts, and I do like a good punny shirt. Didn't buy anything there. Or was it one? Maybe it was one. Oh yeah, the lamitas, like as in the Beatles, but it's 4 llamas on a zebra crossing. Yeah, that's my kind of humor. I have such bad humor. It's fine. My hotel had alpacas. Its own alpacas. And there was a weird Jesus statue on the top of the mountain, away from Sacsayhuaman. Had steak in the evening, was delicious. Oh, the food there is so good. The potatoes there are so good. I'm a potato freak, so like this was nice. Also, I'm wearing a new how do you call this? I don't even know in English. How is it? This is it's a thing on my necklace. The name is just on the top of my tongue, but it's not in my brain. It's fine. It says Machu Picchu, Cusco, Peru, and then it has Pachamama on the backside. Pendant, thank you. Yes, pendant. Wow. I am blonde. I feel ashamed. It's fine. If this is fine. I'm very ashamed of myself right now. Okay, so let's continue. Again, steak. Delicious dessert. No idea what the hell it was. It was more like, it tasted more like an apple crumble thing. But it was absolutely delicious. Loved it. Food in Peru is incredible. So this is me at Sacsayhuaman. Here you have a staircase at Sacsayhuaman. A better view of that same staircase. Another selfie. I took so many selfies. People, you have no idea. Look at this baby alpaca. I mean, look at it. Look at this cutie face. Wait. Look at this. I'm lost for words. I saw this baby alpaca and she was just the cutest thing ever. Ever. Cutest thing ever. Look at her little, look at the stands. She's got everything. She's serving. My lord, she was cute. I had a picture of her, me and her owner together. We went, I have it on Instagram. Chris took the picture, so I don't have it here in my own camera roll. There's a lot of pictures that I don't have in my camera roll, and that's fine. Yeah, I'm also live on YouTube and Twitch. Oh, fudge. I should probably open that Twitch chat. Otherwise, people are going to scream at me again. Yeah, I did that last time. People were really angry. Okay, hi, people on Twitch. Oops. I'm not used to getting people on Twitch, and last time I had 8. So, apologies. Okay. So, again, selfies in a tree area next to Sacsayhuaman. This is the outlook, like this is the place where you can overlook the city of Cusco from Sacsayhuaman. Really cool. Here you have that red. If you've seen me on the Matt Bell, back then it was Limitless podcast, he spoke that he had just gone to Peru when I went on that podcast. And he told me about this weird red residue or whatever on the stones at Sacsayhuaman. And I mean, I remember him telling me about it, and I remember not knowing what the fudge it could be. And now that I've seen it with my own eyes, I haven't touched it because I do not touch stones, but I've seen it. And I mean, I did do a jacket next to it. So like iron oxide would have left a reddish tint on my jacket. It didn't. This didn't. So it's not really iron oxide or anything like rust or whatever. It's weird. It's a really weird, strange red residue tint on the stones. And it's not everywhere, but it is there. So, yeah. That was strange. Really strange. This is me at Inipunku, which is a doorway at Sacsayhuaman. About 10, 15 years ago, you could just sit there, stand there. And they've cornered it off because you can see that reddish tint all over that doorway. Like on the inside. I can zoom in a little bit here. And people probably touched the stones quite a bit in this door frame. And this is high density gray limestone, and it will erode. So to preserve this doorway for many futures ahead, we have to, rope it off. If I was born 20 or 30 years earlier, I would have been in that doorway. But it's fine. Shit happens. Look at me. I'm so happy. I am so happy. So yeah, way too many pictures of the same thing. It's fine. I documented way too much. So it's strange that when you look at this, you can see the stairway right here, but this is quite a drop. We saw a little bit of a line here, and that's what I tried to bring into focus here on the bottom. You can see that line. It's very possible that there was like a wooden staircase going down. Yeah, these stairs here don't go anywhere besides just to the next doorway. But this is really quite a drop. So if you look at this picture, look at how high that is. That's my shoulder height. That's way too high for, especially if you know how small the Peruvians are. Do I have that picture? I could probably grab that picture. Give me a second. I'll try and grab that picture of me and the woman with the llama. I don't want to do it on that browser. I don't use that browser. Why is this why am I like this? Oof. Okay, where are we? Here we are. My Instagram, let's see if we can open that in this browser. And then share that with you guys. Wait, what? Okay, so, that wasn't it. This is it. Okay, there we go. Look at this. Okay, so, yeah. No, I don't want to. Oh my lord. This is annoying. Okay, let me log into that real quick. One sec. I ain't gonna show you my stuffs there. Hell no. Oh, hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah. Hell no. Alright, so. Almost. I have no idea what my password for that is. Why is this so difficult? I just quickly wanted to do a thingy thing and show something of me and a Peruvian woman, and we're gonna do weird stuff. Like, why? Why? Show me that password and type that in here. I have to be extra careful because, I was in 2 leaks in the Netherlands in the past 6 months. All my stuff, all my information has been leaked twice in 6 months. Yes, this is me. Give me access to my own thing, please. Please, give me access. Can I get access? Okay. Trust this device. It is me. Okay, are we done? We just logged in. What the hell is... Ooh. Yeah, no, it's just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happened in the Netherlands, and hackers got into everything. Just like actually into everything. So I had to put everything way safer, and that's very annoying. And I can't pick up any phone number that I don't recognize. I can't open any emails at the moment that I don't recognize. So, yeah. If you recently messaged me or emailed me or anything, I got no clue. Unless you have my actual phone number or you DM me and I actually talk back. Besides that, I have no clue. Okay, here we are. Took about an hour. My apologies, but we are here. All right, where's the picture? Here. Okay, so I am 5'9" for my American viewers. For my European viewers or all my other metric users, which are awesome, I am 174 centimeters in height. Very average in the Netherlands, little below average even. She has a hat on, which makes her even taller. She's really... The people in Peru, I really was a giant. This is a common height for someone in Peru. I had no clue. I knew that they were going to be a little bit smaller. Oh, hey, Jacob Bax on the Twitch. Welcome, welcome. And we also had William Pals and Broski on the TikToks. Thank yous. But she's average height for someone in Peru. I'm average height for someone in the Netherlands. As if you look closely, you can see that I'm trying to make myself a little bit shorter. I wasn't standing up straight to my full height. I was not. It was weird. Everyone was so small. Never seen that before. Never seen that before. Holy shit, never seen that before. But think about her height Her head comes below my shoulder. If I like stand up straight, her head is below my shoulder. Think about that, and now look at this. How is a Peruvian person gonna go up that to get to that doorway? And that's why I took that picture of this line here. You can see that line really clearly. I think that there may have been something like wood or anything else to create a continuous stairway down. Because how else are they ever going to get to that doorway? Jacob is 192 centimeters. That's tall. That's really tall. That's the height of my dad. And my dad's quite tall. It's a little above average, I think, in the Netherlands. 192 centimeters. I think that's what, 5'11"? No, 6'6"? 6'1"? I don't know. I'm blonde. It's fine. This is all Sacsayhuaman. Sacsayhuaman is absolutely gorgeous. Massive stones. This is me in one of the doorways that was open, and you can see that actual stone staircase going down there. So who built Sacsayhuaman? Some people say it's the Inca. Some people say that it's a culture predating the Inca. Some people say it's aliens. Y'all know how I feel about that. Some people say it's Atlanteans and their stuff. Y'all know how I feel about that, so no. Nope. But it's either Inca or pre-Inca, and pre-Inca meaning a culture predating the Inca, like the Wari culture, things like that. So, okay. This is me in a doorway. Yay, way too many pictures. It's fine. So here we have some beautiful lichen. I like lichen. I love them. It shows that stones have been there for a long time and that nature is, in a way, reclaiming those stones. And also, not just reclaiming the stones as part of nature, but also creating their own ecosystems. Really cool. So yeah. This is one of the biggest stones at Sacsayhuaman. Again, I'm not small. That stone is more than twice my height. You can't comprehend. You can't comprehend. It's impossible. It's impossible to not see this in real life and even have an inkling of an idea how actually massive that one stone is. I have no idea how lichen is pronounced. I have no clue. I am Dutch. I've always said lichen. And then I was told it's lichen, and other people say it's lichen. No clue. No clue. I'll just keep it at Heidelbergensis. Okay, sorry. It's fine. I have no humor. We know this. Okay. Oh, hey, space for main. Whoa, my TikTok chat was gone. My apologies. Sorry. Okay, my apologies. So, my TikTok chat randomly disappeared. I'm not sure why that looked like that, why that staircase there looks unfinished, or if there was wood that they used. I have the feeling that they may have used wood, but also wood could be taken away very easily. So if an enemy came to your fort, because a lot of people say that Sacsayhuaman is an ancient fort or like an Inca fort, if you have it from wood or even a drawbridge kind of construction, you could just take it away and would make it a lot harder for anyone to like enter your space. So, yeah. Removable access isn't a bad theory. Yeah, so that's my theory. I'm not saying it's a great theory. I'm an idiot as well, so like, don't take my word fully for it, but yeah. It's kind of what I thought. Not that I'm such an expert, but it's fine. All right. Again, me, massive stone. It's cool, I think. I thought it was cool. This is not ancient African construction. We are talking about Sacsayhuaman, which is located in Cusco, in Peru, South America. So this is not ancient African construction. It has nothing to do with ancient Africa. No correlation between the two whatsoever. So let's at least have some respect for the Peruvians and their ancient history and ancient culture. Okay? You haven't seen the whole picture. Oh, I'll go. This is that doorway that was really high up. And this is me in front of that doorway. And again, that Peruvian woman was lower than my shoulders. So like she came up to, I think it was here if I stood up straight. Oh, that was on TikTok, Chris. I have a TikTok chat, I have a Twitch chat, and I have a YouTube chat. So like we've got 3 chats going on where people can talk. So yeah, sorry. But that it's way too high for Peruvians. I think it was a choke point, whatever you want to call that. All right, so back to me and the stone. Okay, cool. Me and a stone. This is opposite of Sacsayhuaman, on the same mountain. This is the quarry where they got the stones, part of the stones. Here you can see the quarry a little bit better. You can see that they started constructing on the opposite side of Sacsayhuaman as well, so they were starting to build walls and things here as well. They never finished it. The blocks on this side are smaller that they used, but you can clearly see this is the natural shape of the rocks of the top of that mountain. Really cool. Really cool to see. I'm looking at the time and this is only the first site, so we have to go a little bit faster. So this is the view at Pisac, because the first day we went to Sacsayhuaman, and then later on, we went to Pisac. Okay, so that was a good sippy sip. And Pisac is really cool. At Pisac, you have these incredibly beautiful terraces. And on these terraces, the Inca would grow potatoes and corn. And the steps, normally these terraces will have like steps along the sides. So like there would be a lot of steps here and here. All the steps here at Pisac been destroyed, removed, just gone. Very sad. And then here in the distance, you can a little bit see it. I have this in my video about Pisac. These are ruins. Just at the top of these terraces, there are more ruins. No idea how you would get there, because I mean we went to Pisac, which is all the way up here. No idea how you get there, but oh, it's my face. Oh, it's my face. It's a lot of my face. Way too much of my face. Here you have some scenery shots that I took. This is part of the ruin of Pisac with the mountain. Here you can see that ruin here a little bit better. Not that much better, but really cool. Really cool to see. The entire view of the valley here at Pisac. High mountains. Here you can see cloud just deciding to eat a mountain. Again here, those ruins. Incredible. Breathtaking. No words for how beautiful any of this is. Here you have like one of those buildings on the edge of Pisac overlooking the valley. Beautiful. Here you can see that building a little bit better. This is the road that we used to get there. It's just, poof. What the hell? Here, part of the terrace. Part of the terrace is completely gone and completely overgrown and incredible. It's just beautiful. The views at Pisac were absolutely spectacular. Here I am about halfway up. Here you can see how low the valley is. And there were just so many weird holes in this wall. I think those are either for bats or like pigeons, but my thought were bats. What was the height difference between those terraces? Oh, taller than me. The height difference, Jacob, between those. So these terraces that you see here, the height difference between the levels of the terraces was higher than me on average. So it's crazy. Absolutely crazy how massive this is. And it goes all the way up to the mountain, like from low in the valley all the way up. So just insanity. But yeah, I thought that those holes in the mountain were like for bats. Can I English? No, I can't English. It's fine. Did I hear any rumors of underground sites? I know that there are tunnels at Sacsayhuaman, and there's at least a tunnel that connects Sacsayhuaman to another ancient site in Cusco. What was the name of that again? Coricancha. Didn't go into the tunnels, that one. There are some smaller, shorter tunnels at Sacsayhuaman as well. I went into about 2 tunnels. So, yeah. There are some tunnels, but like underground sites. Can I call that underground sites? Not really. Well, more views of the beautiful area of Pisac. Food! I like food. I very much like Peruvian food. So all the rest that I did at Pisac was filmed and not photographed. Yeah, I sometimes go into this hyper-focus of one or the other. So either I only have videos or I only have pictures. Shit happens. There's way too much of my face. Not interesting. This is Chinchero. So the next day, the first day, we went to Sacsayhuaman and Pisac. And then the next day, we had to drive or like grab a taxi and drive to Urubamba. Because between Cusco and Ollantaytambo, that's a really long drive or train or bus. And you don't really see much of the surrounding area. So we decided we'll have a stay at Urubamba. That way you can go to maybe one of the other old sites near Urubamba. So we did that. Hey Caleb, on the TikToks, welcome. It's my face. Yay. But yeah, so we drove to Urubamba, and on the way there, about halfway between Cusco and Urubamba, is an archaeological site in the town of Chinchero. And this archaeological site is known as the archaeological site of Chinchero. Okay, cool. So, we went there, and I hadn't really seen much clouds eating mountains. Just call it like that. Look at this. For someone who lives below sea level, this really was something. To stand there between ruins and just seeing clouds eating a mountain. Like, this is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Seriously, my mind had real issues comprehending this. Because I just... Wait, what? How? No. This, what you're seeing on my screen, is this was about 3,000 meters high. So about 10,000 feet-ish. Little under, maybe. I normally live here in the Netherlands, where I'm currently sitting, and this webcam face is currently in the Netherlands. I live below sea level, a couple meters. And I went to Peru, which is, 11,000 feet or 3,400 meters up in the air. My mind still has issues comprehending this. So, what? It's crazy. It's really crazy. Chinchero, I highly recommend going there. Look at these stones and how perfectly they are put there. Like, just gorgeous. Again, my face, my apologies. I will have way too many selfies. It's fine. Okay, we'll go through the selfies real quick. Look at this baby alpaca eating. Look at the cutie. It was raining before we arrived here. Like I said, the weather was absolutely perfection. But it was raining right before we got there, and that baby got super wet. You can just see it. It's just, and this is a bigger alpaca, and this is a super weird stone at Chinchero that might be reminiscent of like a map of the site, because if you look at the shapes of the stones and you look at the site of Chinchero itself, it kind of is in the same shape. So Pink was suggesting that this might be like a map of the site. We don't know, but it looks cool. Really cool, awesome stone. And this was a Peruvian boy next to a carving of two snakes intertwining with the heads. Really cool, really cool. So, then we continued the drive, and we arrived at the beautiful hotel in Urubamba, the Taipicala Hotel. And I'll have more of the cute little garden and statues. But then we went to Moray, the ancient site of Moray. So the Inca at Moray did something really ingenious. So they think that Moray is a site of ruins, possibly pre-Inca, and that the Inca came there. And it kind of looks like a used up mine. Kind of, in the shape, you know. Same what you would expect a mine to look like. So the Inca did something here. They took soil from all parts of Peru at different altitudes, and they took that soil and they brought them here to Moray. And Moray is very unique because the center here is way colder than if you stand up here. So you can figure out what soil performs best in what temperatures, which is kind of sort of controlled here, and figure out what plants grow best in which soil at which altitude. And they perfected this. So they figured out what soil was best for which potatoes at which altitudes, or for which type of corn for which altitudes. And that's why all these terraces span up entire mountains, because layers of those terraces would have had different plants and possibly different soil. Inca, ingenious, really cool. And what I said at Pisac, go away with my face. Here you can see those steps that I spoke about that were gone in Pisac. Makes it way easier for you to travel up and down these terraces. I should have, yes, exactly. I should have better pictures of that. So here you can see those steps and how often they appear. Also, Moray unfortunately has had a lot of issues with weather, water, erosion, and Moray is damaged. As you can see here, they are studding it with wooden poles in hopes that it won't collapse any further. The main issue is that there's no funding. There's no money that goes to any of the sites beside Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is the only site that any money goes towards. So unless, universities from anywhere else in the world decide to put in money, this will not be fixed, unfortunately. And that breaks my heart. This is not an ancient amphitheater. No. They know what it is because they figured it out and the Inca told everyone about it. Like, they were really proud. So we know what this is. And they found soil from all over Peru in this one location. So, not rice fields, they grew corn and potatoes. But yeah, this is Moray, the big one. It's not round because there used to be structures here. And then this is Moray 2. This one is round, but as you can see, it's really in bad condition. And again, without any funding and anyone taking this seriously, like a university outside of Peru, this will not get fixed either. And then this is Moray 3. Same story, very dilapidated. Just stacks of stones in hopes that it can be reconstructed and fixed someday in the future. But don't expect it to happen, unfortunately. Again, here's the big one. Some terraces further up. So yeah, this was where the Inca perfected their agriculture. And again, here you can see those steps, how often they appear, and how easy it would have been to go up and down. So yeah. Again, my face. Okay, way too much of my face. It's fine. So here we have pink, and this was at the hotel in Urubamba. Our view was an actual mountain. Not something I would have ever expected to have. Beautiful pool, beautiful gardens, and then just bam, mountain. That was surreal. It was glorious. Here you can see the Urubamba River. Beautiful river. And so I went on a walk through their little garden area, which was incredible. They had some of the best art and colors and plants. And just here, look at that mountain. What the fudge? A mini Moray at our hotel in the garden. A mini Moray that's used as a fire pit. Absolutely ingenious and glorious, and it looked beautiful. For anyone that knows me and my humor or has toured with me, of course I had to take a picture of the dick-shaped statue. You can call it a snake if you want, but I mean, we all know what it is. It's a dick. I'm sorry. Here we have a snake. See the difference? Okay, now that we've gone over that, awesome. So here, more snake. So here we have some feature in the garden. Really beautiful, really ingenious. Some waterfalls here, beautiful plants. Oh, this mini stone circle. Like, this is their garden of our hotel. Beautiful waterfall. Beautiful Inca stone. Is it an original one? Probably not. Probably from like the 60s. Maybe 100 years old. I don't think it'll be more than 150 years old. It looks way too clean, the line work. Like, clean in a way that it looks like it's done with modern tools. But yeah, really cool still. This is me walking around, apparently. Corn! At first I was like, what? But corn. This is corn. This was awesome. Don't know why he has that. Okay? I don't think that's a plant. It's a stone. But okay, his cup had a dick and his cup didn't. No idea why. Beautiful statue that I, of course, photographed of all sides. And Chris had to stand behind and be like, yay! So yeah, really cool. A frog with a snake on top, with a little puddle underneath. Really cool. Flower of life, of course, beautiful. Oh, sorry. Flower of life. You will know this pattern. It's everywhere. All these things in this garden, they are probably not originals. Really, probably quite new. In the past 40, 50 years created. But still cool. The flower of life itself, like this pattern here, is found in ancient sites in like Egypt and stuff, and I've seen them. Really cool. A froggy, my face again. My face is really not that important. Here, more awesome stuff. Some lichen on the top, or lichen, or whatever you want to call it. Here, this was funny. This is a statue in that garden, and it had like Göbekli Tepe hands. So, if I show this, not sure if you can see. Focus! Yes, okay. Göbekli Tepe hands. At least reminiscent a little bit. You know, that statue had sort of Göbekli Tepe hands. Thought that was really fun. So yeah, this is nice. Of course, I had to take that statue all sides. It was cool. Frogs. Who doesn't like frogs? A puma. Who doesn't like a puma? The Urubamba River. And that's actually everything that we found. Here, in mountainside, there was this massive hole. Is it a cave? I don't know. But it was interesting enough for me to take a picture. This was near the front desk of the hotel. Really thought that this small statue was cute. And it was cute. I wasn't lying. And then in the evening, the sun went down and it's just weird and dark. And there's just a massive mountain there. We had delicious food. Again, Peruvian food, one of the best. Seriously, I ate so well. And churros as dessert. Who doesn't like churros for dessert? If you don't, you're lying. These were the stars. I had never photographed stars before in the evening, and as you can see, I'm really shit at it. Seriously, completely shit at it. I can't photograph stars. It's fine. This was a painting at the next hotel, and the next hotel was in Ollantaytambo. We already arrived at Ollantaytambo. So we took a taxi from Urubamba to Ollantaytambo. And here you have the Ollantaytambo ruins. And all the way up here, you have some ruins as well at Incahuatana. And I climbed all the way up there. I had no idea that my body was capable of climbing up a mountain. Like, this is the height of Ollantaytambo ruin, and then you have to climb all the way up to the side of the mountain to get here. And I stood there. And I even did a happy hardcore dance there. And I don't have that here on my things, but it'll be part of the next Ollantaytambo short video that I make. Okay, here you can see Ollantaytambo. We arrived and then we got ready to visit the ruins, of course. But first, we went into the town of Ollantaytambo. And the very first thing we see is a Quickie Mart with The Simpsons. This was just hilarious. This was just, honestly, this was so hilarious. We laughed so much. Like, wait, what? What? The Simpsons in Peru at Ollantaytambo with a Quickie Mart? Yeah, that was really cool. The river, still the Urubamba River. Just contained here. Really cool. All the banners, all the colors. And then we were at the site of Ollantaytambo. I have no words. So many stone nubs. Beautiful megalith stonework. Beautiful terraces. Really not a tall woman. This Peruvian woman. I couldn't do my normal pose in this door frame because it was low. But still, I try. We do have one. You do what you can, okay? You do what you can. Here you can see the terraces of Ollantaytambo going back up. No, they're not giant staircases. Look at these people. These are almost all foreigners walking here like tourists and foreigners, and look at these staircases. This is really no. I had no altitude issues whatsoever. I took Diamox, which are altitude pills for the first 3 or 4 days, and after that, they weren't needed anymore, and I had zero issues. My heart rate was a little bit faster than normal. Besides that, no issues. This is the Sun Temple at Ollantaytambo. So this is near the height of like the site of Ollantaytambo. There are some like army ruins above, like army barracks and things like that, army housing. I went over the entire history of Ollantaytambo in my short about Ollantaytambo. I can grab that short and probably throw it in here somewhere. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can do that. Do da, do da, do. Oh, do da da. Here you have the history of Ollantaytambo. So yeah, awesome. I can cause buffering. Oh, whatever. Then, okay, my stream health is apparently poor. Well, I'm just doing a thing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just doing it. It's fine. So here you have the view. Look at these beautiful clouds, eating mountains. Look at this cloud just deciding to eat this mountain. It's glorious to see that. At first, Pink and I weren't really sure if we were up for making it to the top of Incahuatana. We did. Took about, I think normal people took about like maybe 20 minutes. I think it took us about an hour-ish. I don't know. It took us a long time to get up there. But it was worth it, and it was really awesome. And this is the ceremonial stone at Incahuatana at the top. And I did a little dance here afterwards, and I was so proud, and I didn't film anything, even though I was supposed to film things. And I didn't. Here you can see the steep drop. Don't recommend steep drops, because I'm afraid of heights. Here you can see the path that you sort of take to get up there. As you can see, it's not an easy climb. Yes, it is a path, but while we were walking, there were just stones like going down the side of the mountain, rolling down. And that does make you think 2 or 3 times. Was this very smart of me to like try and do this? Probably wasn't. Did I do it? Absolutely, yeah. I absolutely did. So here you can see the beautiful fountain down at Ollantaytambo. It was very cold, the water, which was nice because we were so warm after going all the way up there. My quads were burning when we went down, and I just couldn't even think straight. I just wanted food and drinks and sit. And the next day I felt completely fine, when normally when I feel like that, the next day I would feel terrible. So, but look at how sunny and how beautiful and how glorious. Like the weather, this was the middle of the rain season. Where's the rain? There barely was any. Sometimes it rained in the morning right before we woke up, and then it was just glorious all day. Oh, and we went to this restaurant. I forgot the name, but holy shit. They had some glorious food there. After we went to Ollantaytambo, we needed to sit and chill and catch our breaths and eat. And we got some beautiful food here. It was absolutely delicious. Lomo saltado, which is what I mostly ordered while we were there. This was just given to us like here, have a nice aperitif. Delicious. Lomo saltado. And then we didn't want any desserts because we were already quite stuffed. And we got this mini dessert from them. And again, absolutely delicious. and it looked glorious. When then, from where we sat at that place, we looked up and it was like, holy shit, we were just up there. We were up there, and this is Ollantaytambo. And then the sun went down, and then the next morning the sun was up again. And you have clouds on these mountains. So, like, see the difference. This is the same building. Here you can see the sun go down, and then the next morning, it's just cloud covers. What? It's beautiful. Honestly. I did not come across any dinosaur bones while I was in Peru. This is Ollantaytambo in Peru. So I can type that here. And I have a short on my TikTok, but also on my Instagram Reels and my YouTube that gives you the short history of the Ollantaytambo sites. And that is this, like these ruins here that you can see. So, next morning, woke up in the clouds. We woke up early enough and we wanted to see the granary, which is opposite of Ollantaytambo on a different mountain. Unfortunately, due to the rain season, they were doing maintenance and like massive chunks of the mountain and rocks had come back down. So they were trying to fix that before the rain season ends so that tourists can go and climb that mountain again. Unfortunately, therefore, we were not given access because no tourists were allowed there due to safety reasons. And so we went back to that beautiful place we sat the previous day with the good food, and we just ate something and it was fine. Look at these colorful banners. Ollantaytambo is such a beautiful town. Truly, like cobblestones and just water next to it, old channels. Like this was created by Inca, not by the modern people. Beautiful. Again, my face. Here we have a beautiful statue of an Inca man, Inca warrior, probably Pachacuti, because this was the royal estate of Pachacuti. So I am assuming this was Pachacuti. Or it could be the rebel leader. Inca rebel. What was his name again? Leader. No, not him. At Ollantaytambo. Manco Inca, that was it. Could also possibly be Manco Inca. So either Pachacuti or Manco Inca. One or the other. Not many litter there. No. Yeah. So I've been in Egypt, and Egypt itself is just a garbage dump. Even at temples and pyramids, it's just a garbage dump. There's garbage and litter everywhere you look, and it breaks my heart every time I see it, and I hate it, and there's just nothing you can do because the locals don't really care that much. In Turkey, there's not much litter, especially compared to like Egypt, but there is still some litter at various locations. Again, breaks my heart. But here in Peru, there really wasn't any litter at these ancient sites. And I think that was amazing. I was so happy to see that. Preservation of the climate, of the world, of the planet, of ancient sites is something that's very dear to me. So seeing little to no litter anywhere I looked, I was just really happy with that. Really, really happy with that. So thank you to all the Peruvians for keeping your streets clean. Made me happy. Beautiful coffee. I normally don't really drink coffee. It's not that I hate it, but, you know, I just normally don't drink it. I need like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sugars in it to even make it taste somewhat okay. But I started drinking some coffee. We went with a tuk-tuk to get to the train station the Machu Picchu train, and this is the Machu Picchu train. And the train ride was glorious, and this is the Urubamba River here, the dark one. And then you can see this one that's more transparent. I don't know which river that is, but here they came together. And this one became brown like the Urubamba River. And the Urubamba River is a really angry river. This is during that train ride. Just mountains. So this is normal Peru. This is starting to be the Amazon rainforest of Peru. So I went into not just Cusco and Peru, but I also went into the Amazon rainforest in Peru. And these mountains in the Amazon rainforest are seriously something else. Here we go up the mountain, and if you look very closely, these are ruins. This is, here you can see terraces. This is part of Machu Picchu because Machu Picchu is right on top here. And this was like the first inkling of anything that I had seen of Machu Picchu as you go up that mountain. This is Amazon rainforest everywhere you look. But like here you can at least see those ruins a little bit. So that was the very first little bit of Machu Picchu that I saw, and it was really cool. And I had no idea what a treat it would be for the rest of the day. So again, here, ancient ruins, and then here you have just Machu Picchu and tourists and beautiful bird here that's just flying, and it's like, you know what? Let me make your picture even look better. Wait, what? We were going 30 kilometers an hour up a mountain with like really close corners and everything, and you look down and it's just steep down. So yeah, anxiety attack, but it's part of the whole experience, I think. It's really part of the whole experience. You just hope and you just stare at the ruins and hope you survive. Because here you can see all the way down to the Urubamba River, and you're really just hoping that you survive. Ruins that you can't access, ruins that you can access. This is Huayna Picchu, the other mountain. So there's like two mountains, Machu Picchu Mountain and Huayna Picchu Mountain, and between that is where Machu Picchu is located. So, yeah. Yeah, the driver is definitely very used to the trip, but like, as a tourist who's not used to that, going that fast towards one of those bends in the road, anxiety. It just goes all the way up. It's part of it, I understand, but that was my experience. Here you can see the ruins on top of Huayna Picchu Mountain. Not my best picture, not my best work, it's fine. We stayed at the hotel on top of Machu Picchu Mountain. It was a really expensive hotel, but holy shit, it was glorious. I'm not even joking. Like, everything was perfection in that hotel. Every single thing was absolute perfection in that hotel. So we arrived. This is chocolate. All of this that you can see. That's made of chocolate. I couldn't eat it. I ate one of the golden bonbons next to it. I couldn't eat it. I didn't even want to try. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I can't eat something that beautiful. I'm sorry. And then it was time. Time to go to Machu Picchu. So there are no words for the fact that my dream of ever going to Machu Picchu and being in the Amazon rainforest, my dream came true. And I couldn't stop smiling, even if I wanted to. It's just so beautiful in real life. The clouds, the Amazon rainforest, the vividness of the green colors, and then just the atmosphere and the vibe and the way it feels, it's incredible. It's absolutely magical. There are no words. I don't think I will ever find words for how that feels. The terraces were beautiful. The guide had funny stories, or at least, some stuff to tell us. He didn't know that much beside just textbook stuff that he was taught. But still. So this was circuit 3 in the afternoon. We started around 3 p.m. and we were allowed to stay on site for about 2 hours. So at 5 p.m. we had to leave. This is sunny. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. You can just see I'm enjoying myself. This is pink. This is me, Pink, and Chris. It was amazing. We were so happy, all three of us. An incredible experience. If the weather wasn't already gorgeous enough at this point, so I mean, it was raining the morning that we went to Machu Picchu. Like, actually raining. It was sunny and beautiful while we were there. The ruins here at Huayna Picchu Mountain, so all the way to the top of that mountain overlooking Machu Picchu, these were probably ruins for people that, army people of the Inca that had like this as an outlook place. You can see enemies, you can spot them from very far away. This is the best picture that I could take of these ruins. I think I did pretty well. Could have done worse, definitely. You can clearly see the ruins here. I did not go up Huayna Picchu Mountain, partially because it's a grueling climb, but also during rain season, there's only one path to get there, or like up there, and it's very difficult. And the circuit for that path was just not one that I saw as interesting, so we just didn't do it. Let's keep it at that. Here you can see one of those channels that the Inca had to get like water at various places in Machu Picchu. If you have seen my Machu Picchu short, you will know and recognize this bit as the burial chamber underneath the Sun Temple. Here you can see the Sun Temple at the top. Took some pictures there. Some pictures of me. Very happy I was in Machu Picchu. If the weather wasn't already glorious enough, we were gifted and thanked with a rainbow. So imagine this, you're at Machu Picchu, an actual dream coming true. You're walking around, it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon, probably at this point around 4 p.m. Look at the vivid colors, look at how beautiful everything is. Where we were, there was no rain. You can just see rain clouds here over the Amazon. It's fine. We had no rain. By the way, here's a chinchilla. This is a chinchilla. Just, messing around on a staircase. What the hell? We went up that same staircase. Took these beautiful shots. Again, look at the colors. Look at how beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was an experience. And I thought that this was the epitome of the beauty of Machu Picchu. Like this couldn't get any more beautiful in my mind. I really thought that. I really believed that. And before I knew it, there was just a rainbow. Like, what? And I told the guys at the hotel, like the staff at the hotel, I told them there was a rainbow while we were at Machu Picchu, and they were like, that almost never happens. This was a trip out of a fairy tale. Like, this was so perfect. Everything during the trip was just perfection. I'm still dumbfounded. Like, this was 3 p.m. We arrived at Machu Picchu. All morning it had been raining like crazy. We come, sun. Perfect weather. Oh, here, have a beautiful rainbow. Like, there are just no words. I couldn't stop taking pictures of the rainbow and the ruins. And I very much enjoy my pictures through things. So like through a window or through a door frame. I love those pictures. Again, rainbow. I couldn't stop photographing the rainbow. Because you don't expect to see a rainbow there. Look at the vivid colors of this rainbow. Like, it was beautiful. Still, no words. Like, it's been 2 weeks since I was there. Still no words. Here you can see how perfectly aligned all these windows are. So like there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfectly aligned. These Inca houses. Really beautiful, really cool. Again, rainbow. Can't stop taking pictures of the rainbow. Because I didn't expect to see a rainbow there. And again, of course, my scenery shots. I'm by all means absolutely not a photographer. Normally my photographs are just shit. I'm really not great at it. Like, I can just do click, but I try and do things. It doesn't work. It's fine. I know I'm a shit photographer. It's fine. Here you can see more of the terraces. So this is Machu Picchu mountain. And on the other side, you have Huayna Picchu Mountain, and that's like the side that most people know. Oh, hey, deep into history on the TikToks. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, just the experience of seeing Machu Picchu at 3 p.m. during the sun, seeing a rainbow. It was beautiful. Again, here we have that chinchilla. Again, just chilling in a door frame. Or a window frame, sorry. Look at that chinchilla. Look at it just chilling there, making sure that, did you see me? Did you spot me? I'm a chinchilla at Machu Picchu. Really cool. Really cool. I like chinchillas. I really like chinchillas. I think they're funny creatures. Yeah. So, more shit photography. It's fine. So these were grinding stones. And here you can see more of those. Like, there was so much rain further into the Amazon rainforest. But where we were, it was just glorious and completely dry and beautiful and sunny. Exactly, to be a chinchilla, living at Machu Picchu, a chillin' chinchilla, and also wasps. You don't want to accidentally touch anything near them. But I had to photograph them, and they were really freaky looking. And the path was narrow, and you have to like walk there and be like, oh, it's a wasp. Oh. Never seen this sort of black, gray wasp before. They freaked me the fuck out. Also, butterflies. Butterflies just stacked together here. And another one of those wasp nests. That's all the wildlife I can take. Again, rainbow. Because the rainbow never went away while we were there. Like, the moment the rainbow appeared, it was there. Like, it didn't go away. Normally a rainbow often goes away within a couple minutes. Like, this rainbow was there for, I think, an hour, maybe longer. And that's crazy to me. So here you have Huayna Picchu Mountain. So that mountain overlooking Machu Picchu. The ruins on top. And then here you have that beautiful rainbow. And earlier in my pictures, we were around this area. All right, so here you can see more of what happens when erosion fucks up a site. Unfortunately, that happens. I'll have more pictures of that, I think, later on, because this is just day one. This is day one of me at Machu Picchu. I was so happy. Look at my face. I was so freaking pleased with myself. Was this experience traveling there one of your top 5 or better? At this point in time, this is my number 1 trip. My absolute number 1 trip, because the trip itself went absolutely perfect. Like I said, the weather was perfect. The food was perfect. The ancient sites were perfect. The people were kind. The entire trip, everything was perfection. It was magical. And I've never had an experience like that where everything just went perfect. And I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to go back. So the fact that my one experience in Peru was this perfect definitely makes me really happy. This was in our hotel, and we were just overlooking like terraces. Just terraces everywhere. Up the mountain. Crazy. Of course, I try and take pictures of my food. I don't always do it, but I tried. And the food here was delicious. Like, absolutely delicious. Highly recommend. We slept. So, like I said, the first time I went to Machu Picchu, 3 p.m. in the afternoon we started. A little after 5, we were done and left the Machu Picchu ancient site. We went on Circuit 3 for the very first day. Then we had dinner at the hotel, and then we went to sleep. And then the next morning at 6 a.m., we had another tour of Machu Picchu, and this time on Circuit 2. So there are 3 circuits, Circuit 1, 2, and 3. Circuit 1, not many people do it, mostly those that have like issues of like climbing and that sort of stuff, like smaller spaces, tighter spaces. Circuit 1, it's nice, but it just gives you an overview of a high vantage point, and that's it. You don't really see much of Machu Picchu itself besides that. So we went with Circuit 2 because then you go and like actually go through some of the ruins. So remember that the previous day was beautiful, sunny, blue skies, absolute perfection weather. This is the next morning at 6 a.m. I was standing above the clouds, and my mind still has very, very much an issue, like so much of an issue of comprehending that I was actually located above clouds. So I don't think I'll ever be able to fully understand that I've been above clouds. Like, not just in a plane, but like I've actually stood above clouds and like breathed in the air. Still have issues with this. So, if you thought the view of Machu Picchu at 3 p.m. in a beautiful sunny plus rainbow weather was gorgeous, then this was the next morning. It's the same location. Look at these clouds on the right. You will see that this cloud is just going to eat up the entire site of Machu Picchu. You can already see a little bit of it happening here. So these clouds come up the mountain and then they go down on the other side. And it's the most gorgeous thing I think I've ever experienced. It makes Machu Picchu into like this ghost town. It feels like an absolute ghost town. Where like the souls of the dead could just wander around in the midst of the clouds. And clouds are really wet, apparently. So we were actually in one of the points of this tour we're standing and a cloud just came up to us and went over us, and my glasses were just completely wet, like drips and everything, like super tiny drops. But you can clearly see that the clouds are just completely eating Machu Picchu away. Hi, Moppie. Is goed. Is goed. So, the massive difference between 3 p.m. sunny blue skies and then the next morning with like the clouds being this low and absolutely eating this site. This is like, you see this? And like not even 2 minutes later, it's this. It's a 2-minute difference. I still have trouble comprehending. There was 2 minutes between these two pictures. It's just a ghost site. And here you have the three of us again. Like, this is a horror movie. This is the scene of like a thriller or a horror movie where like a slasher is gonna come out of these ruins and just gonna kill you. In a way, it felt like that. But at the same time, it felt so magical. You can just see the clouds go over Machu Picchu and then back down the other side of this mountain. As a girl who normally lives below sea level, this is beyond comprehension. It's glorious. It's magical. It felt like an actual like movie scene in a way. It really felt like a movie scene in a way. I filmed so much of those clouds going over, and I filmed so many shots for like B-roll, because I am planning to create a Machu Picchu deep dive. The full history, the creation, the cultures predating the Inca that already lived in the area, what happened when the Spanish came, what happened when the explorers came, what happened when the mummies were found, things like that. So like a video with the full history of Machu Picchu. It'll be like a mini documentary. I'm not sure if I can call it a full documentary, but it'll definitely be like a mini documentary. And you will see all the photos that I took. You will see the videos that I took that I haven't shown you yet. There are reasons for that. I left the video footage out of it. I could probably click on one and maybe show you a little bit of like, because I have a couple minutes left, but like in about 5 minutes or so, I do have to like actually stop streaming. Because, you know, like I said in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today because my boyfriend deserves to sleep as well. And we want to make sure that he does, you know, sleep. Let's see if I can find... Yeah. Okay. Let's see. If we can open this as a window. So we want the media player. Not sure if that's going to be an option. I'm not seeing it in my window capture. Maybe now? I'm seriously not seeing it as a window capture. I'm not sure if I can do that. That's a shame. Because I can do the photos. If we do it on automatic, no, it doesn't change anything. Okay, so I don't think I can show you that video that I wanted to show you. That's a shame. Finally got the... Oh yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Okay, it does work. There's no sound because I took away the sound. But here you have, like, this is the Amazon rainforest that I filmed. How beautiful is that? You can just see the clouds come up. Like, wait, what? Like, how is that my life? How was that my life? Can I open another? Probably, but I have to look at which. Because I don't necessarily want to show too much, if that makes sense. How beautiful is this? I'm still lost for words. Like, seriously, I have no words. It was so beautiful. It was so glorious. This trip changed my life in a very good way. This is Machu Picchu underneath clouds. So yeah, that was a thing. So now you've seen 3 clips, a little bit, a little bit of a little bit. It's just glorious. And then, like, here you can see the difference between everything is gray around me because there's a cloud going over me. And bam, blue skies, sun. Just like that. And then on the right here, you can just see that same cloud just trying to, like, get back at us. Oh, my Lord. This was something, man. Why aren't you not going? Why are you not? This is not the last picture that I took. Okay, you're being a little bit of a oomph. I already know that that's not the last picture that I took because there's about a gazillion more. Let me see if I can grab them. We were at this point right here. Yes, there we go. So we can quickly at least finish the photos a little bit. So here you can just see that the clouds in front of me are just eating everything. Just clouds everywhere. There was a standing stone here in the middle. And in the 70s, oh, this is such a heartbreaking story, and I frickin' hate it. There was a standing stone of nearly 5 meters tall. And this standing stone in the 70s was buried, flat, buried, because this was a helicopter pad in the 70s. This area, this flat area, was a helicopter pad, a landing pad for helicopters in the 70s. And as you can imagine, the fumes weren't good for this ancient site, but also the vibrations of the helicopter taking off and landing there did damage to the site. So after a couple years, they stopped letting helicopters land there, but that stone was taken down and buried. So they just uncovered the stone, and then they made this thingamajig on top of it to, like, keep the stone there because it broke when they buried it. And yeah, the standing stone of Machu Picchu is therefore gone, and you can barely see it. There's a stone laying here. But that stone stood there for a damn good reason. And who on earth wants to sit in a frickin' helicopter and land at Machu Picchu just because you're rich and lazy doesn't give you the right? It still makes me really, really angry when I think about it. It really makes me angry if I think about it too hard. So I'm going to stop thinking about it, and I'm just going to show you the rest of the pictures of Machu Picchu. This is the sacred stone. the Roca Sagrada, and me in front of it. I was really happy to stand in front of the sacred stone. This is Machu Picchu. It has the ruins on top. I was really happy to be here. The clouds are beautiful. The Urubamba River all the way down below. The Amazon rainforest. Like, holy shit. The experience was magical. I took a lot of B-roll footage. I tried to take pretty pictures. I'm not the best photographer. As you can see, erosion, water damage. There was an issue with water coming down, and this part of Machu Picchu has completely been destroyed because of it. They created different new pipes, and they studded it, as you can see. They laid in new pipe work to like save the rest of what's left. Will this be renovated, reconstructed? Probably not, because UNESCO think it's good as is. UNESCO doesn't want anything to be changed, and for this to be reconstructed, things would need to change, and UNESCO doesn't want that. So the locals are afraid that this is just going to be in ruins forever. Water damaged it, but they're not allowed to like recreate that. So yeah. That really sucks. Really sad to see ancient ruins in ruin. Not pun intended. But yeah, like I said, way too much of my face. And here you have a cute little butterfly. Back at the hotel. Look at this cute little butterfly. I think it's monarch. I'm not sure. I'm not really that great at butterflies. Here I'm leaving Machu Picchu, which was sad, really sad, and you can see those ruins again. And here we go down the mountain in the same bus. This is at Aguas Calientes, the town below Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu Pueblo. Urubamba River. Beautiful. Of course, I went to a market and I saw a lot of dick statues. I'm a child at heart, okay? Like, I will never not take pictures of that. Also, look at these aliens. Pachapapa, Pachamama. A lot of things were like Pachapapa with a dong. And during the train ride back, you can just see these terraces, and they are scattered all over the country. Just all over the country. There are terraces everywhere. And it's beautiful. I tried to photograph them as best as I could, but the train is moving, and it ain't easy. And like, this is the view. Like here, terraces, out of the blue. Just terraces, Urubamba River. Not really sure what this was. It's fine. Couldn't see anything here. I thought that there may be something on the top of the mountain. There wasn't. And this was my next hotel. And this was also the last hotel I stayed at. Look at this beautiful room. And this fire pit. And food. Again, lomo saltado. I do like myself a good bit of beef. And this was annoying because the next morning there was a guy working there. And he woke me up at like 7 a.m. And I had to sleep. Went back to Sacsayhuaman because there was an archaeologist there. And he showed me some LiDAR scans and stuff. And this was the other archaeologist. And they told me a little bit about like astronomical alignments, V-shapes. V-shapes being for the female, the Pachamama. You know. We all know what's it called with a female down there. It's not a dong, it's the other thing. And so, I took pictures with them. Doggy did a big stretch. This was Nobi. And here you can see the Sacsayhuaman ruins. It was gorgeous, it was beautiful. And that was my trip to Peru. More of that red stain. More of the intricate. This was like a dog or a cat shape. Or a chinchilla. It's very possible that it's a chinchilla with like the ears here, and then this is the face, this is the body, and then this is the tail. It's very possible. A lot of people say that they see animal shapes in the stones of Sacsayhuaman. This is a llama, they say. So yeah, things like that. Really cool. And then we went to a museum of Machu Picchu where I took photos of their stuff that they had there. This is again that sacred stone. You can see how much in rubble it was and how much has been reconstructed over the years. Here you can see a maquette, I think it's called, of Machu Picchu. And this is that part that's currently damaged now in modern times because of that water. And it used to look like this, and it's very sad that that's now destroyed, and hopefully UNESCO one day will let us reconstruct. Of course, the quipu and stuff, and I will have to quickly look because there are mummy pictures, and not everyone is ready for that. Mummy pictures coming up very soon. If you do not want to see pictures of a mummy, I highly recommend clicking away. But that's all I'm going to say. It's up to you. But I did want to give a warning to those that may have issues with that. Like I said, this is a mummy. As I explained in my Machu Picchu video, mummies were bound like this. So the knee would have been brought all the way up to the chest, and then the arms would be placed near it, and the hands would be placed near the face. And that's how the mummies were bound. Here you can actually see the original style of a mummy being bound. The exact location of where this particular mummy was found is unknown, but there is another mummy. This one. This mummy was taken out of its bounds, and this one was actually found in one of the caves at Machu Picchu mountain. So here you can actually see the position of the body really well. The other one was bound, so you can still see like the original ropes that they used and the weaved basket kind of thing that they put on top of the head. And here you can see what the body would have looked like within those ropes and bounds. And this is just what they looked like. And that's why I took a picture of this. This person would have been between 50 and 60 years of age. It's crazy. And I just took some quick photos. This is not really much that I'm going to use later on. Just some quick photos for myself to remember what they found at Machu Picchu and see if I can find better pictures. Because as you can see, you can just see my coat, and that none of this is useful for a video, but at least it is useful for the information that I was able to get from it. Here you can see the different deformations of the skulls, different skulls that they found. So one has no forehead, one has no upper jaw, because it goes like this, and one has the elongated skull. So yeah, bones, obsidian stuff, bones, again the skulls. This was, I think, grinding stones for metals. Yeah, this is grinding stones for metals. Here you can see an Inca statue who would have pounded the metal with the stones. And they created all sorts of things with that. It was really cool, the metallurgy. And they actually made very intricate things like little llamas. Very cute. Bowls and other sorts of things. Again, the llamas. And they all had peepees. They all had dongs. And yeah, cool museum. Highly recommend. Here you can see a small maquette. A small architectural model that they found. Really cool. So yeah. And after that museum, I went back in the plane. Again, did not sleep. Saw a sunrise from the plane and arrived back in the Netherlands. And that's it. That was my trip to Peru. So there you have it. Everything I saw in Peru through my pictures and 3 videos. I had a glorious time. It was incredible. I hope to one day be fortunate enough to go back there. I'm not expecting it to, but I'm really happy that I at least had this experience. And yeah, I will be working on a deep dive on Machu Picchu. I'm planning for it to release either at the end of this month or early April. I also wrote about 500 extra words into my Doggerland script, the Doggerland documentary that I'm still working on. It's still not finished, but I'm working on it. We're slowly getting there, and I will be starting work tomorrow on a quick video for this weekend because all of you do deserve at least a little bit of good content. So, video this week, still working on the Doggerland documentary, and I will also start working on a Machu Picchu deep dive mini documentary. And that's everything I had to say. If you enjoyed watching, then leave a like, thumbs up, let me know. On the TikToks, you can, I think, do a lot of hearts that shows to TikTok that you liked this live stream, which would help me out. On Twitch too, if you are on Twitch, please send likes and all that fun stuff. I don't need you to send money, I will never ask for that, but at least send likes, share this with people, and be there when I release a video during a premiere this weekend. Be there in the chat or watch it later on, but like at least be there and watch alongside me. Support me and my work through just watching me. I will never ask for more than just that, but it helps me out tremendously if you share my stuff. Yes, I heard about the new dig at the Ness of Brodgar that they're doing this year. I know that they ended excavations last year and they said we're going to leave the rest for future generations with better techniques, and then they LiDAR scanned it and they found so much more, and now they're going back. And I'm probably going to do a collaboration video with another YouTuber that a lot of you might like. I can't tell his name yet, besides telling you that it's him. He's a really great filmmaker and YouTuber, and I love his work. And I've been wanting to make a video on Brodgar, the Ring, and the Ness for years now. And I think a collaboration effort with him will definitely be great. The plan is somewhere mid-end April that we're going to start working on it. So the release for that would probably be either end of April or early/mid-May. So I am going to plan a video for Brodgar. If the excavations at Brodgar happen later on, then we can at least cover what we currently know, but it also gives you a little bit of an overview that when excavations happen and new information comes to light, you will already have that overview, and then we can just cover the new stuff. Makes it way easier. All right, so with that said, thank you for watching. If you have not watched all the videos on my channel, go do that, because that helps me out tremendously. Like, that's what pays for my bills. It doesn't cost you anything but your time, but you'll learn something. So, I mean, it's a give and take. So, if you, Stephen Charlton, if you can send me photos, videos, anything in preferably 4K quality, historywithkaylee@gmail.com. That would be very nice. If you live that close by, that would be really nice. And if you have a drone, that would be even better. But I mean, hey, I can't want too much. So photos, videos would be nice. Thank you all for watching. I will see you this weekend when I premiere a video. Hopefully you'll be there in the chat. or otherwise watch it later on and share it with other people. I have no idea what the video subject is going to be, but I'll look for that tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you in either the next live stream or during the next premiere. Thank you for watching. This was my Peru trip. Okay, bye.